Portfolio and 70% with Germany.
Minya Encaneno. Na yena ye Germany no. It me for Lufthansa straight from a Germany to a Ghana.
Okay.
But esan aban bi a obaye ye mahama aban me boni din. Aban bi obaye ene no ma bi ekokoko suntino Lufthansa for your margin say omon fly from Germany to a Ghana biom.
Okay.
Mesre ye aban fufuru bi obeba ba omia nim se wona be the next president. Yeah ba omia yeah e be break 8 no ba omia ye Germany for ye two onim ya desrade kese pa na making ba omia Lufthansa mahama ebegu no mahama ede tuo bi ne sikatwie bi ne ade course ro a Lufthansa for your margin so muntu bi ba omia yesre wo ba make sure say Lufthansa no ebe ye adwuma bim we kura yen kwase asem na America no
o wa na yen kwase asem
Kenya Ghana Airways Ghana Airways na Kenya ya betu straight from maybe Germany to Ghana,
yes.
America to Ghana, UK to Ghana, Belgium to Ghana,
yes.
Spain to Ghana.
Yes.
But then esa jimiti no Ghana Airways adane choba numpona edane yese choba no kuregu omre flight ne dane choba no na ye kwa aka na kan bese mekodidi ho me kwa aka bese mekodidi ho afi me kwa yese choba no kura na ye de flight ne dane ye no asegu let's say si adome no se de be nti ye besre Lufthansa mpokura de ke wohia me se me promote ye Lufthansa aka Ghana ni me to kwan free Germany eba na ka met Ghana Airways mu a met me kuromu flight ma ye Kenya Airline ye Ethiopia Airline ye okura de omo different ye Egyptian Airline ye Morocco Airline. Ghana the gateway of Africa. You need airline not just a Ghana and penny for your man penny for no se bibi ha margin. Yes, Remo. Baumia will make a difference. Baumia Oban Brabe make a difference. You hear Ghana Airways back.
One who say these kind of people no. I think say Bigscout in here free SHS. Or one of the people in here. Now the John the money mama did free SHS back Ghana. I think because my host I can kind a big problem at the man. Now sometimes when I say Ghana for a breaching and we are a man kwasia forcing to ubi to Ghana no can kwasa some Ghana for because so you be our school. No any my be or being any my can kind any my chura. Sasa be sabi kwasia same way akwa we can and ya the best so. Lufthansa a private company. See Jai Ghana ba. Why will you say John the money mama in Lufthansa Jai Ghana ba? Or sometimes Jimmy Kika we now person who just campaign about Omia, ye campaign about Omia, Obia and deny or say, and ye campaign about Omia. But the person the John Dramani Mama and Nimbeki from our sound quite same way, so there we have to respond to you because as a Gemena or Gemeno, as in called Gemena drain instead of the body. But he seems to say or Gemena body instead of not drain. I drain over from minim Germany one you could kasi a nyansa for ba mo German kwasia fo bi se be gina so kasama German for say German for hina airline na mama ama the Ghana with akwa choba on say we Jimmy sem e pa chama educating because Jimmy ni unya Jimmy ni na so man education na dwe say unim nyansa chen enti say Bigscout enya video we na so we benya video no fa send na say Jimmy sem no onyai because nya no yonko president John Dramani mama or the mama aba be concert party. So you see common sense because what Jimmy could have make kind of just Google search. You go Google search. You go say dinner. A very very simple Google search. Lufthansa stops flight to Ghana. Ebema answer no. So what Jimmy could have no. Nanka we be man answer. And see yanka the German airline Lufthansa says it will end its operations in Ghana by the end of this month. Me pacho me the year corona to na ya nyina ya hade because this month July 2015 assembly yakano. The German carrier is expected to undertake its last flight out of Accra on October 24th. The airline sister aircraft Brussels is expected to take over when Lufthansa finally stops operations to Ghana. And what was very simple Google search was about the reason why Lufthansa ejai Ghana ko. Now, much you say their sister aircraft, Brussels airline will take over. Dien Lufthansa. Now Google Brussels airline say a sister aircraft to Lufthansa. A very, very simple education will tell you what that means. Pacho, let's move on again. Pacho, I'm bringing all these kind of documents because these are all simple things. Our internet so sebe what Jimmy could no bit me akwa kind no any. The German airline Lufthansa, from the 1st of October to this year, which is 2015, ceased operations in Ghana. The company has officially notified the Transport Ministry over the move to pull out of Ghana. Then, my highlights and I'm focus on her. The decision follows Lufthansa's acquisition of major stakes in Brazil's airline. Lufthansa ejai Ghana, but because Lufthansa ekoto ebeye the major shareholder in Brazil's airline. Brazil's airline fly from Belgium, which has forced Lufthansa to restructure its African operations. The airline operations and routes in Ghana would now be taken over by Belgian carrier Brazil's airline, which Lufthansa has stakes in. So what the documents tell you is say, Lufthansa shares, the major shares in Brazil's airline. But let's follow the argument here very well. Until Lufthansa major shares in Brazil's airline, Emma Omo releases some of their operations, especially the African continent, and Edema Brazil's airline. Say Brazil's airline should take that kind of business. And this Lufthansa website sell top flight ticket. Then Brazil's airline will actually pick you from Germany to Belgium, then to Ghana. And yet the same operations now. So why would somebody stupidly come to say, John Mama and the taxes atosama airline Jumae? The word Jimmy and what bon just go to a very, very simple Google search. It will tell you the reason why. It will tell you the reason why. Other than that, all the infant say Lufthansa is a private entity in Germany. That's he decided say, Bima. Why will you equate that to an ex-president? Say, not paying no job into only the taxes. Sometimes Ghana for your web you know. Yema omo Ghana no who say yinim nyansa. 2 yinim akenkan. 3 yako school. And yes, we bugger and they say Jimmy, the only thing you know, and they say, Wabe Jimmy, because you find James around your places. Now, if the way Jamaica can know your car, then you go back home, then you start to misbehave. I understand that the guy is a security guy in Germany. Wow, but stupidly, no, or not to me, because of politics, it is John Dramani Mahamatem, the former president of the land, and then the next president of the land. Who to me, I can't say a Jimmy and America airline. Sometimes you don't even understand how politics. Sometimes you don't even understand what to do with them. Bigscout, Nana Prempeh, Jimmy Kurano. You should have known that in 2017, and so Lufthansa suspended flight from Accra. 2007, sorry, 2007. What Jimmy Kurano, he should have known. It was in 2007, and that the airline had this agreement with the then government. That is why they ceased operations. It wasn't under John Dramani Mahama. But Jimmy Kurano. In 2007, this is Ghana Web. Lufthansa German Airlines said it has been forced to suspend its operations between Accra and Frankfurt following the expiration of its approval for daily flights between the two cities on Saturday, July 14, 2007. In Lufthansa in 2007, so they were forced because the ministry then cancel permits permits expire and the ministry say yes renew moment. That is in 2007. That is where actually they had a disagreement between the government. It wasn't under John Dramani Mahama. And sometimes say nipa wote hona say why you want say unsua de unpacking kanya ne awoye ni Jimmy sem say ya na woye. And he said, "What Ghana and now the German, oh, you bounce or so security man. Now, so the word Jimmy Kura, only can oh, Jimmy, body no. Just go to simple Google search. No, being chilling with answer. Say, Master, Google no, click here now, Piradi with her, about the end results. And a very, very, very simple Google search, and yet John Dramani Mahama the cancel the operations of Lufthansa, but rather no, Lufthansa bought Brazil's airline, then they transfer some of their operations, especially the African route to Brazil's airlines. Sometimes, you beat Ghana, we also know Ghana for a table at them. But, because Unia be away Jimmy and Sebe Kusian Sano, I and I just only didn't say, Suya de, and Yadi Obusia. wankasa wunu ya no ne te bruchire a e wo se ko hunu nyansa e ko hunu akenkan hunu se bruchire internet no eye almost free you use no be use pull Google search e dey answer no na ko gina Ghana no ojimi because obenya €1,000 bi wo bruchire to no bottom to fi say woni John Dramani mama e pe masa in 2024 wow this Jimmy 7 be ko John mama so no bia na onya adwen o de wa Jimmy kura na esenka okoduru Kumasi ho no o ma me tu fi say ba bia Ghana e ko no John Dramani mama is the next president of the country nti emfa o Jimmy 7 no ko ne so so ya santini mini problem ene ba omi aba be ye leader usi wudi wunim nyansa bia say unsua nyansa na John Dramani mama Lufthansa Jai airline operating in Ghana kwa e de ma omo ankasa e de ma omo sister company. Why do you even say Lufthansa Jai Ghana? Because an airline, two companies, and that's why I say, okay, we'll take this route, I'm also taking this route. Why will you say we'll go Ghana and when your flight directly from Germany and go Ghana and John Dramani mama? Sometimes we don't even need to entertain them. And then you go around to say even Ghana was near dear Choba and Kwasiegu, and why am I buying a Ghana was good? And yonder J. Kufo. And I wouldn't matter. Oh, these foolish people almost internet, so they get the internet, and then because it's almost free internet, and then they have followers. Then because then they watch his channel, and then he misinforms them. Former one GMP Professor Jamba, former Nebegu Ghana Airways, Madam for Winnie Mama and Canchero, and under Kufuor and the Ghana Airways, Cotton might be the buy or Ghana, and yet John Dramani Mama, into Bigscout and Prempeh, Winnie Nyansa, Trinyansa. Because just simple Google search it. Then you get the answer. All right, we now Frederick are joining me on the line. So let's discuss this topic in details now. Say the 1 or 2. Fred, sometimes Boga for never breaching be the Jimmy 7 and Kwasa Sambia shall imagine or my imagine say the only thing you say or Baba Yajuma when you euros a ferry guitar, no a German body car, I drain it or ye for the team. Unsia, the bit Bigscout and up then Jimmy some kwan or mocha. Why is it so? Say we beat a butcher or two simple internet. E wo ha obetim da Google apɛ answer. Okugina ba bia na wotimi. What to Zayampia.
You me that say na we say me chia atifo na me fa akwanya so na me congratulate France interim new chapter elect executives elect. Sisi yomo na ebehwe na animanimu ye no omatoto eno mama France NDC no afa ne ntoma pa afra nti chairman Freeman ne secretary Mary ne other executives na no I am congratulate you omo na me pa ebo ni se omo aduma e de ahye omo nsa no o metimi aye ama na so ani na mebo Dr. Carl so abaso already the deputy director ewo adwumaso a odi o France I think say obaye no ototo no mama asodwie ene pepepe ye so aye adwuma na I think say the way forward no saa na ye nyina ye hwehwe na bibia so akonkan kama yo na say akwa na nkasa no okasa no ansa ne ho wantie ni okache wagimi ne wunhu ono a ne kasa mu no so okase ana me kura se magimi o Ejinu Jimmy for the Gaza Bisabi over here, who he has here to sort of Subi. Obi or T. Germany, a fashion of good night, you do a good idea. I didn't edit
Let's say Jimmy no when I get
Jim for be saying no. I think say I can ask my even though as some kind of who he has here money who say and trust because mostly no or previously in the Sana na politics in it here. Oh, the money Mama talk about Dubai, Ebinie. The same statement na into you say as ya we no aka say na tom from him the obi ono so etese ono an so far no ode nam nti woni obi a ofu say na adwene mu da ho pa e di nkomo a no refer to sa asem no aka jo say your mama obeka cho so ono mpo na ton Lufthansa on ka say you na just say un say information distortion no mo esa no kosa no mo sesa na ye dey eko enti obekwa go do the last person now if you say the assembly did akwa go do now be try so be correcting no now you too late so I think say it's good say you can ho asem not in a sense say a man attention but we want to let him understand say and then no you was say we ase na sa yes say no enya adwuma anka wo kan asemi na anka okuta document na anka wo kan kire say de ne uyi ba ye say on this date ana ebia taxes we ni ye de to so enu nti na ma Lufthansa ye de eja de dwuma air prices e wa ha and you see most of the people are free France ekọ Ghana ne other places na ho na transit omoye no nti obia obefa air prices bia no and ene we ni nyina ye the same thing Lufthansa services ni nyina ye the same thing nti no fa ho na oba be ye transit e wo Belgium then you come to France so ohunu nti no said na wo chire mu no because me am a bigger shareholder and most of African countries ever around here. So why should I operate the same place? I'm saying shares what the same airline. So in actual sense, a task more day or more operations because they think business and they think it's a wise thing to do. And only marking can be a kind will be or Germany able to a additional good idea. It clearly tells you says any panel on to mean kind. What you say?
Now, when you can am obi so kenkan ma we and I say won't make kenkan no. But you want to with it.
Omo social media no say omo be ka Ghana politics ni ade o. Oh, yes so osofo we ni obi akoda. Sa nti wonte ye ene tie no sa aduma no omo te platform social media no so you. So when it comes to intellectual discussions concerning politics na ye dey adwene ni nyansa to form kana onya bi nka. So when omo unnecessary beef bi nti person of force ade ne hu politics ni hu bi no eno nti na ede ne jimi na di no so ati ase because se o person wo yes said bi no ye na person no mo compete then you have to start working say wo fa documents nti say bia for reason bi nti na bia Kevin Taylor can asem now fu say o person wo ye to so ono then you have to challenge Kevin Taylor by the oil or standard in a new or no what you say on what level now what do no and then the kind of journalism now and you be now the when you free internet men putting in that perspective what you say even though we talk about the access no you know put me you shoot and see and and you know number be na camera see when you na what na say adafo mo hwe say to onu ahunu say owie ye no ana odi ko wie Ghana Airways so senka menya ho no so na wansa anye certain checks bi ahunu nyansa say na Ghana Airways kura na yi abe na ye dey egu ye so ahunu yi abe na ye dey
na maybe now 2007 when I know president of Ghana
egu starting from 2002 about 2003 somewhere May 19th May 2003 and they started say and no deal on my emergency and finally collapse here. So when another president around that time, former president before time.
All right.
Yes, yeah, they are Toban na they why in the day Toba. So on the national be our canny honing it clearly say obi totally ignorant.
Oh no, here free SHS. Mamen toa a Ghana web publication of 2007 or so. Now so we have opportunity to watch her on when ye. Me toa so no Ghana web under which timer Lufthansa any abayin enya problem abayin no ejai can't say oh man in your operation beam into abusan for me toa so because ubi a jimi no sometimes unya na wan hwe ya obey na dwen say onewa wo chere na de no moye pe into gisa wo chere ne nyansa. It was a briefing the Ghana News Agency in Accra. Mrs. Babette Mailing, marketing manager of Lufthansa. The airline was informed by the Ghanaian Ministry of Aviation that government approval for the airline's daily flight to Ghana had expired and that is into bracket, the airline will be allowed only 2 flights a week connecting Accra with Frankfurt. Unfortunately, however, the airline cannot accept the option of 2 flights a week since it is not an economically viable proposition. Lufthansa truly regrets being forced to take Ghana off its destinations map from 15th July under these circumstances. Lufthansa truly regrets being forced to take Ghana off its decision. And what it means here, and say, under President J.A. Kufuor, Almost share Lufthansa say almost renew Lufthansa for licenses. That but almost renew the only option on the Lufthansa is 2 times a week. On fly between Frankfurt and Accra 2 times. The Lufthansa say you force you more to cancel their operations in Ghana and they are on bet to Wasubim. That was in 2007 under President Kufuor. The Bigscout so we never can kind now when you're say suya. However, in 2015, no, the airline stopped its operations in Ghana primarily because say Omokoto Brazil's airline, and for that matter, they cannot fly alongside Brazil's airline until Omo transfer the routes, not only in Ghana, most African routes to Brazil's airline. Say Brazil's airline should do those kind of operations. As a KLM, Air France, because sometimes Air France to KLM, that is sometimes the connection they also do. Until Ode to Germany now say, Adia will be to me and say, Ubako Jim, Ako Jimmy or body by a nyagre, no, and I'll be this is the response we have for you, Fred. So we have documentation proof to tell you say under President Kufuor Momuna government, any Lufthansa no problem, but it wasn't under John Dramani Mahama.
No, Adam ka say obvious you say obi anim say Ghana Airways na or refer kramputu say anka no benya anka Ghana Airways mom no be promote ni ne hwan o enu nti wo be ka say ayiba or they say ba omiaba o mehwe say Ghana Airways ni hwan Ghana Airways President Kufuor ne good no, and they are also building their legacy from President Kufuor. And our mobile band so it's getting to 8 years new. If you money day, you're right. It will be or mobile ya. Ever Ghana Airways in one, come my day. Now will be our new Munufie airport. I no air day, a beam, I terminal 3 1 hour far by who baby our num. As compared to a time away day.
Terminal 2, Terminal 1, and now
baby now we see one who said Ghana and Pun why day. What do you know? What you say? Send Nipano or no, and the catcher say, or China, me bar, your airline or your bed day, your best is your nasty, best idea about Baka. Who say, obey me I day, I hear because when you can't your home see day. At all, you see, sometimes Yanni can't say Ghana for former president. Mama, the news we are doing is greater than as we see now. Yana wo how when day on tiasie, what tiasie, because the kind of airport now near one. A plane here day, airline day, right? A plane to be day, a tuako. So, Ghana no per se, who the airline no a money year, corner year. Essentially, the case see baby. Airline here day, airline here day, a year Juma. Na honey ya come we are. I will introduce you airline. I will say yes. It is some kind of dignity there. Touch ya there. Now baby, I didn't land in a crowd. Honya come a honya you from pension and ya none. And you know when they find difference in here day. Eban. So what you see. Because when you some can say Bigscout to some can and comparatively no and go back to say me drew Ghana airport no. Terminal 3 no. But who say yes, there has been a very tremendous change. A honor is more or less like one of the terminals I want all the European countries near there. You want maybe the USA, Charles de Gona minim. I will say yes, and it's almost like closer to it. And yeah, when one be abroad, the Ghana so what you say. So Ghana as it is, you know. See that kind of airport, I think say it befits us and we are okay with it. At least say we still have an additional lander and keep media improve. Way air ton and the more what you say?
Yes.
Or told the man and only the own answer day and come who accept. So what you say? So that kind of old tactics politics, you know, young tons and who from young could dim to run money at the adeno. That is where sometimes, you know, a difference in any problem near the urban. So, like you rightly put it, I think, say, SHS crowd drew ho.
Dabi.
SS still I didn't buy a JHS.
That one is free. Until say, call back.
Because I'm not sure, say, SHS or Kobe.
Because how come no life now? Yeah, now kuku na me asantini.
We're exposing the whole big time. No, we're exposing the whole big time. You know, me share the dimi na ne. I'm say how no anum bibi na no we hear say they know si gina how say wa baga na ni die mro so na. Feel say obi so on kasa na. Em say wo kasa ntino. Asem bia no ka bia no. Sem bi na emfiri adwene ni mu na na ye dey. Because we share nsem anu okeka the way o sister teye okofa former president Mahamadi bewura mu no awie ya wo kire say magimi na ade nti kura na me kura America Lufthansa ho asem ne ade no utimi say clearly no onim de oka na America no ignorant about bibia oka bia so babia okeka ko no
the only problem I want to say sometimes say ohwesa ankwasiafo ne sa na omomo opportunity ma Ghana for no ete Ghana no edidi ya etebruchi na tem asa ebi yenim nyansa asa yenko school asa yenima kenkan and asa nsem no sometimes odwen wa won say because me wa busanfo bebre wo Frankfurt Germany balango ne kwasi Munufie mu omugu ho oko Munster mo na say for I've been around all this kind of when you meet beautiful people nice people nipa omunima de nipa omunim nyansa but I'm surprised that you have this kind of nipa we msa kwa kan ho a yes I was near here ho a enye ye and then also no customer Germany for minim say utie ni ya also customer Germany for now customer Germany for na sa adwin say na customer Germany for that then there's a problem in Germany.
Me ma kwa ma wonka as I say we emfa Germany for who because me find say we minute in all the people in Germany. Me family in Germany. What I say I have a lot of friends there. So highly enlightened that omunim do omo there omo any omo nsem omo be kan ade so what I say so say enye obi a politics akata nani a asem say bigimi fo we kasa ebi obeti a what I say obehu say no ansem a okeka ne nyansa bi anye dey ebi so ahunu and I make us say baby a all trend dey kono baby a okeka ne nsem ye dey e kono ho nya ne field enti na be ya nkwanye dey
that is the way that's what can no
exactly as what trend ho ye dey e free ho na animdifo na omo e ka omo politics asem with facts ne omo you know why dey obekon de on koso na wanye de na no ye sesofo bi no bi akoda ne saa program na ya no betra ho ye osofo we ni we ku na wonti ye ne saa no ma no ho mum na na yi what they say oyire pamo wi a na omo twetwa except no na omo de aba betra ho na omo akeka bi na no agrada mo ho nsensem na sese no se ekofom we ni we ku ene saa no ma no social media na omo betra say ma ho comment no beef susu jagum hunu no and only say na ekofom ne so bia a discussion here jo so munya asem bi anka into local politics there my humble advice to him ne say you should prepare to learn omo ne ho no anya na adwen so obesua ade because the likes of Nkoto money free mind money even omo na ono because Kevin there ono a seasonal journalist into the level no the ono no ho no onko ho so omo na no omo ye blogging ne ana so omo ano omo kasa o social media na e bia ofuso omo type no ya hwe the way omo si dey present omo yi any the kind of facts omo dey dey omo dey back omo information omo ye dey omo dey ba ti so be say oye bia na why dey wa sha ase asua dey afiri omo ho but me who say the kind of why highly illiterate what you say it in the literacy level near there e was soro it equals the type for ni binom ana say be bi omo Germany a omo betie sa na nsem hunu ne nkwase ase mo dey okekan but nyansafo ne animdifo a omutimi dey disseminate information no a omo hunu say asem we a we kan no tase mu free we mu a nyansa asem e wo mu ni we no they will not even listen to him. They won't even have time to listen to him. What you say?
All right.
I say I can be.
All right.
My information. I also cry. So yeah, Lufthansa.
Right. And then my main kind 1 or 2 messages be abana afede ye mfansha ntimi abusia former mo Germany no say sa kwane ba mun 24 I think say obesua nyansa kakra na mehwe the guy Bigscout has brain As my again has just photos. Also here free to chima me that say. Me name here to listen to wisdom. Okay. Yeah, bye. Kenyans asem kwa o sabi. What we Jimmy no was due to restructure and okay. Always royal and also eka Sadiq. US book or there. Masa ya nsema kan na way sono ne dia sono nyata are papa. And then I just wanted something to wear. So baby who say me be kan Jimmy ni bi asem. Nti mara. When Osman, also great job. We appreciate your effort. We need Osman with that say. You have said it, or he's just an uncivilized person. Of course, these kind of people, no. Millicent, you are actually late. Nah, anyway, Aba, yes, anyway, but Ubi can't some food, but we need to actually come and then Lufthansa will surely not compete with the company they share with. True, because Lufthansa are quite Brazil's airline. Why would they fly the same route as Brazil's airline? It doesn't make sense. Intimania Abraham, so Eddie by a lot of messages about Rebecca say in 2015 I booked for Lufthansa flight from Paris to Accra, but later I was informed by the airline that I will be traveled by Brazil's airline instead. Yeah, of course, because that is what I said earlier on. I would say the same airlines, they fly the same routes. Ubet not Lufthansa ticket, but you'll be flown by Brazil's airline. The same thing, because the only thing is that instead of going to Frankfurt, you rather go to Brazil's, which is the same route. So I don't even know why that stupid guy is talking, because maybe it's Finland. I always do transit before I get to Ghana. So what is the point? Until I was about Mianfa Ghana with Mra, Kanchiri Kufuane, Professor Jamba for Ghana with Omoton Yeno, Omonhena, Omonye. Men sounds good evening, guys. You guys are the lovers of our nation. God bless you. Your good work will not go in vain. Medase. We want free SHS. Of course, free SHS is good. Obianka said free SHS. And John Dramani Mama actually started free senior high school for day students. He said, and I don't so the borders I think say it's the same. So we are doing Samba or say Bigscout is just doing what the NPP does the most, just like Abronye and Coast does. Yes, that's true. Meaning about Millicent say one thing is when you are talking, they don't talk for themselves, but they say we. That's true. That's true. And today, a lot of the messages are bad, but let's move on to something we're also going to talk about today. And we that year is who say there is this group, they call themselves the New Force or something like that. I didn't even know who the New Force were. So they used to operate under this kind of somebody in a mask like face or something like that. And this is what they call the New Force. So one of these groups now say we are about free Belgium or so. I also a student in Ghana. I'm a Ghana for Edenoko Court. A permit in Kitana no. Omotwam inti oma deported no. Now surprisingly no. Nana Kwame Bediako aba out to say he's the man in that mask. Inti mo yenko ni yenko kuti.
I have been serving a nation, working so hard just to become an example of what wealth looks like. And building wealth comes from knowledge, comes from wisdom, comes from understanding. You need to get this value from your own surroundings. I grew up partly in Ghana, partly in England, and I came back to Africa. 2001. Unlike Martin Luther, I did not have a dream. I had a vision. I started watching the youth and the streets and the roads, the rules and the regulations, the conditions and the constitutions that is stipulated and embedded on us as Africans. I had to walk on a different path, and I was alone. My investment on the roads became a landmark. And whatever I invested on this landmark is a footprint. I am here for a legacy. I am part of your historians. And I know many people want to see the true side of me. I know you know Nana Kwame Bediako, but I know you're still looking for freedom, Jacob Caesar. Yes, I am rechristened and I'm here. I'm not here to take your value. I'm here to add value to you. I discovered that the land that we belong to had so much wealth that until we turn it into our own, our economy will never be sustainable. And we cannot forever live in our countries with a box economy. I needed to create a middle income economy without being a part of the government. Why so? Because I believe it's part of my responsibility. I took a different path. My movements, my foundation, my groups, and all of this have acquired some wealth. But the wealth that I reimbursed back into society, it has become a part of my mission to make this change. I believe that I belong to Africa. I am a son of this soil, and I can add value to humanity. And I came here to do that. I came here to add value to this world and to nature. I am not going to live here without God even being proud of me. And when I'm not here also, I want you to remember that I came. And I want my absence to be felt. And for that reason, I know you're looking for the man. But the man in the mask is sitting in front of you.
Hey! All right. Nti Chida say he is the man in the mask. So surprisingly, no, mask in Ghana for us, now why in the mask here also a new force and these new kind of things and those kind of things. So whenever you see all these kind of things online, also he's the man in the mask. But when you continue watching the video, I think that the man was making a lot of sense. Well, let me just quote him. One of the things he said, I am here to add value, but not to take your value. I was like, when somebody presents these kind of things to you as a person, these are serious things. Because what he went on to say, most of the African leaders, we are resources, and then they amass those kind of resources. But he is here to add value to the resources. So that once you beat me at the I don't support whatever this guy is doing. I have no idea how this guy got his money and stuff like that. But let's discuss this. If you are Ibeko, he was able to bring some force to Ghana. Say Obabe program be Ghana mpanyi for a cancer. But first, let's discuss he himself saying that he is the man in the mask. Do you think that this guy is going to form a political party? And I said, what does it actually want to achieve by bringing out these kind of things? And suddenly I call the Nipa or Domoba Ghana buying stop you from going on whatever is the convention or whatever they're going to talk about. Fred, do you think, say, Nana Kwame Bediako being cheated or something like that? The guy seems to be so rich. He once bought a Lamborghini from Cristiano Ronaldo. Mayweather to make Bagana, Babe Sarano, this kind of thing. How does this guy seem to be getting a lot of connections to the sense that Utimiko for PLO Lumumba Munina Don Bagana? Don't you think that this guy is actually something else?
Yeah, really, it's true. I think my first time of seeing him or hearing about him, yeah, sometimes I know the Bitcoin be and I say I will introduce some kind of coin be now or the Bagana and I be was so later na or the Nijata be so once and same be I think say later on or say Kodai. For what he's saying, I think say Ubia or Ghana na wo mind that wakoma so bia no obeka the working and I say most of the people is not the first person all can and some are working about Africa and the Okabiana is not anything new to Obia will follow the trends of Africa leaders. So I say because and we see say what you are saying, it's not that an easy thing to achieve it. What you say?
Yes.
It is not an easy thing to achieve it. You know the difference between those days and these days was that in Chroma time, no, not Ghana won Kwasumase. So we were all looking to get our freedom from the whites. Because it's more or less like they were ruling us, they were taking our wealth, everything from us. So Ghanaians rallied behind one particular person, say the amount that support fight for us. So what you say, in this time, now Obi Kurabe Wua, na say anyone is prepared to die for Ghana. Because say yet me jẹ́ na mo boni pa me ensa na itu because of ade omo dia no omo asase so na omo demanding yakun omo dia. Then the masses have to come out and fight for their right, because the next time, you know, it can be you, it can be him. What
Yes.
you say? But
Yeah.
today, you know, we are in a different era. What you say? Our force, you know, is sitting somewhere and they are fighting you. You don't know. So, and the Ghanaian now, and I said the African now, says so much I support. Let's say that politician has bought half of it, because, and then I make a will be say, how on earth say over to Obama politician based on one or two things he be or day or catch the war. So no buy no one yes I no. Or in the family na edidie no enjoy. Na still no say tru fifure e kasa ye de say say nipa na chinchina opeso on say anye dey on say ni mind so. What ya? It's about time we have to free our mind from certain things as the people. Ye to abama obi a like say o mind ye ne dia. Some mentality ni ye dey ye wo. So
Yes.
but say to Obama party bi a, at the end of the day, the nyina na decide say ya to Obama party bi. At the end of the day, the nyina so ye the ani hwe party ni so obey the person ye only there. Onye mai. On say Ghana the very day be to Obama ye be swear president in ni nyina na politics asasa ye.
Yes.
The main concentration na ubenya nka ode be there, ode be toto no ma no. You are still answering to the opponent, because them bia no ho say a mistake na wo here no. And I normal bia oh yeah say your papa ye pon one dey opa abama ba bi onti no. No wa sha here dey. E kasa. Entity and e ma say division ni ye dey. Eba.
Yes.
So ahunu. Unlike other countries, ya to aba wi a ya wie. You need help. Obia help promises na ye. Then 4 years mandate ni de ma ne so a. No be bu akonta ye dey.
Actually.
Se koyie ma ya to so ankoyie nso so aye dey. Ya yi wa firi ho. But Ghana there ye to aba ni wie na na asan hye politics na so it's always division. Enti no na ehunu se nkrofo ko we num na omo sa party we num na man na ye omo de enti no omo na enye dey. Enye de omo pe ko si se 4 years ne be so na aye dey. Na asan akoto aba. Enti abasa na tem bia no wo na ebia was a political party you have to defend the party whether wrong or good. And you know, and only idea as ye dey home. Ghana, as we are looking at it, you know, any day abeye MPP NDC for now, because there have been some small parties here day aba, unless they put themselves together to get that kind of force now day. Yeah, one because me trusted John Dramani Mahama because of a normal be our what the president did. What you say? I have looking at their past records. Ebi obi susu gina MPP say. So it's very difficult to move that person from there. And I was telling the same person say, Obia and then Obeti say Oka say, oh, MPP and DC are the same biano. It's either he was once a sympathizer of MPP. And you know, amana hunu oje MPP di ni nsam o kan ye nti oto abama MPP no. Amana hunu niema papa NDC ye dey. Ye what you say? Ne say nti no. Tem bia na adwen ye ne say NDC anya hwe because no trust MPP say ko be ba ko mienu mi because o catch NDC MPP catch NDC nya hwe. It is still our who say NDC aye bibi. But for the conscience and the two hon or the two abano no say oh may two abama asumasi because of one or two be. Not
Yes.
that man who say NDC policies we are not in a normal way why you. And you know this time now we take a decision, you know, we take a decision based on the fact say some crofo we can some way anyway, but they compare the way we you know. Who say I have one to sin you know. But this time around the metuama we move almost abeye atwa do mo yeso anase bibisa. This is the kind of politics and Ghana for you Roma ebeboa ye. But because of that kind of mentality now, ye can build the atembia na ye hwe say aha na me wo. Nti no kwambia so no the party no age mi kura na esese ho ana me dey. Me wo. What you say? There is something about NDC. So o hwe that NDC be co opposition na. Ya hwe say obehu say upon all their party ni ye ni nyina no say omo ehu say ensem aye ka fa party ni ho ne ne ade obon say they quell out most of NDC people bon so omo ntimi omo kra nkasa party no omo ye din unlike yanom na ohun say man no omo say no kra no still they will be there defending what who say the city. So it's like there are some people be as uncle for we say at all we have bought them
Okay.
Ekwan bi ase da bi omo nkasa maye. So huno. So me de manu si won ne party no. I'm not saying say ebia de oka no enyanya sasem. It's 100%.
Okay.
And many of us, that is our belief. Say nka ye be da be sole no. Na Ghana ye we japade. Fine. You go there you we. We don't technology be too. Yes na gold na ye dia.
Yeah.
Enti say ya 1 2 a say wa asase ni.
Sir.
Enti no why not say nka wo be fa e bia 40 na ya fa 60 because ye na de na ye dey. Ana say wonye abaya be so oboy kro no a. It's in simple terms. E bia ye ma 5 years. Sika kokko abetu no fa ye krom ha nyina akwan nyina de standard e ma ye 5 years. Aban na nye kapre won ho. Just like Ghana Airways sika omo benya aviation Ghana airport sika omo benya no. Former president Mama say okay, ubetua tax amame. Menye sa tax no. Fa kope bosia de fa beye terminal 3 maye na emfa ntuatua ka. This is common sense. Enti say we leader or what adwempo na lithium ya ye ba betue. Also be ma me 13% there be me here schools. Bia me here hospitals, me here we. So for 5 years now betu no menye kapre. 5 years no more. No one kasa your own mind in why estimation no. So what you say. Enti no obetimi o de ashanen sa o de ani so o monitor enti ska bia nko ba bia enti obe make sure say number of schools now can wasi number of hospitals now can wasi in 5 years the contract ends. No was a negotiation because that time we here schools to be we say lithium no da so ho then you move into another deal so hu enti no ebe kakra no obehu say infrastructure development ni sa no mani nyina no aye kama because
all right now moving forward
Untimi enya factory. The factory itself is not a building, no, but a normal na machines na a war factory nim no a obetimi dia dey. Obetimi dia ye adwuma. What you say? And only the factory here dey. A factory. The raw materials na obenya o de be dey. O de be ka ho no. So hu no. And only the factory here factory because e will be watermelon factory. Can who say why employ farmer? Because farmers they be produce raw materials na ma o de aye. Can we say why employ market women? Or more by day, or so be fan no man day, aquacoton, and son at the workers nanka say or more day, or more a war company ni more day, or more year juma. So been advertising a phone media phone why employ woman because along the line you advertise the product.
Yes.
So these are some of the things I think says you're a selfless leader and easy to do. Because they make a contract.
Moving forward, ubitimi afre or 05081177781. I think that is the number that an idea Jumantino Operation Force. I hope you join here live on the show. That is the number. The ubitimi afre. What's up on Quintino? Maybe let me just get that correct because I think I had a message. I will be say now or free on a normal call, but free and to me amba. Inti I think say me pacho WhatsApp line ko nti eno mumna me de adwuma ene ubetimi afre now de wajenchira ba. Now there is something also more about this Nana Bedi Akwa. We also need to talk about it. Or timi organize enwa senka enwa ba be ya de say friend convention. Now or the PLO Lumumba by Julius Malema from South Africa and so by Peter Obi from Nigeria by and Dr. Arikana Chihombori or something like that from Zimbabwe and so by. Now the surprising thing is I don't know say now buying it through or whatever. And no one time then the national security, if I understand correctly, went in and then stopped the program. And one so what we're gonna discuss now and say you better a video no abra buying by say stop the program. And then we come back to discuss is it that this government is using the national security to oppress and then suppress the citizens and ask a day? So let's watch the reactions of some of the people and now we are back to the studio. Then we discuss that.
There's the Ghana Nkrumah is no more. The Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana is no more. But there are other Kwame Nkrumahs of Africa. Professor Lumumba on a flyer, a young leader I will run here. Dr. Arikana on a flyer, for free, I'll run here. Julius Malema on a flyer, I'll run here to listen to Julius Malema. Peter Obi on a flyer, I will spend the last penny to be here. I stand here as the General Secretary of the over 12.5 million Ghanaian students of this country. To my knowledge, almost all student leaders in this country were invited to this convention. Why? They know this is a convention that will ignite the voices of Africa. They know this is a convention that we would have to listen to the other encroachments of other countries. I got here and I'm told that powers from above have stopped the program. I'm sad. My constituents have come 12 hours, 16 hours from the hinterland to this place. They are going back home without me.
We as Ghanaians should bow down our heads in shame. All those calling for this, because Nkrumah that we hail is a Pan-Africanist.
Right.
We have the Boy Center here. It's Pan-Africanism. So now there's a Pan-African movement in Ghana, and the so-called star of West Africa or Africa is now saying that there shouldn't be Africanism. What are they trying to tell us? So we want to see the powers that be saying that there's not going to be Africanism in Africa. This is not about whiteness, this is not about blackness, this is about Africanism. So why are we now fighting the foreigners? That's always been so. Our leaders always want to suppress in order for them to corrupt. There are citizens that they use to corrupt. They don't want them to be educated. They want them to be fools. They want them to be downtrodden. They don't want them to be spoken as I am, because they might be thinking I'm an activist. I'm trying to change. So that yes, there's a leaders that doesn't want us to climb them. They don't want us to bring us to the table. They are the old men. Look at African leaders. We have people 80 years all over the world or all over Africa who are African leaders. We don't have a youth. So if Malema, who is 42, will be 43 soon, is trying to revolutionize Africa, we should be able to say, yes, this is a start. If Peter Obi is revolutionizing the democracy of Nigeria, the youth should be able to embrace it. So this is what we are all calling for. That this is a harmless program. I think in every aspect of life, there's going to be an obstacle. This is just a harmless obstacle that we have to cross. The youth should not be dismayed. They should not be discouraged by programs being cancelled. They should always understand that, yes, there are going to be obstacles placed ahead, be the powers be, but they should still persevere, because Africanism is a core, and they should do that in order to enhance our life, because we need this. These are some of the things that we need.
This is the home of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Whatever hosted here in Ghana, in the home of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, for Africans, there should be no obstacle. Nothing should be there to stop that. Coming from, Liberia to be part of this program, and now hearing that there is a sabotage in the making. This shouldn't be happening on African soil. Black people, African people should wake up to this. This should not happen. I believe there are people that came from other places in Ghana to be part of this program. I wonder, those that intending to stop this program, what are they thinking? These people did not come here.
All right. Inti Omo program nasi be event almost playing on power or to the government for stopping this kind of convention at a dire minute, because sometimes you see in your power now, you see power now somehow reasonably, because when team ma yeah flyers and money per ticket and hotel, then whilst they converge at the meeting place and you just go and then you just stop the whole program. And I think it's something uncalled for. That is my honest belief. Very bad aspect of the government. But do you think Abayano this time you see national security no? Ede hunu nipa, ede tata nipa, and a dear potting pa na office Abaywe is true. Say Ghana for be.
You see, when a government fails, these are some of the characteristics. You understand? Amambo de ubu, and your mom ran will be our freedom of association, freedom of forming a political party near the other. So what I say. So even if the guy have an intention of doing that, I don't think say Mrabia see the whole coin. Sometimes in a Ghana, ya na no more be yeah, you what trusting out in who say, where is this thing coming from? Because some fly away, some program we was share, I don't think say what yesterday or Sunday on
Yes.
Mebra kwasiada. Enye
Yes.
memenda no hyehyeye ana obey.
Dabi. E wa ade e wo hode da.
Ana Independence Square so enye obi dem. What you say? Public and Ghana nti say obi abeye program ho a I think say we go through process. And sana ne nsa hede aka saa bea ho no de agi ni dwuma me boana.
Yes.
So mo pese mo kire say all this while no ode saa we ni nyina akoye no obi anya dai anhu say obeye program say wo ho ade ana ɛho nsɛm nyinaa yɛ dai ɛkɔ so wɔ TV so advert any normal nyinaa yɛ dai ɛflo nti no mo social media language fo ni nyinaa nte da say bibi say yɛ dai ɛbɛkɔ so. So granted, no, you can decide not to even give the place to the man in the first place. And I don't know what they were thinking. Say, be a program, and I want to mean it, and I say, until the last minute now, what me are raising, ne sikaye bibia gadan crofo e wo ho awie no, and now where they over catch and say, and even they did it in the grand style. At the helicopter near the Aden so say. To fighting the people in some way be as if say ade huhu bi na ede e koso ho. But like I said, when you know some of the things are a dead deep prefer say aban we wa ede wa faili because obi a wa faili no slow competition. What you say? So un faili ya I don't think say be slow competition because you knew say you are on the right path, you are doing the right thing.
Yes.
But let's put that one aside. Now, me say along the line, I will congratulate the guy because share a kind of us who organize a honor and then perform here. Then, we invite you or more buy now. So, whatever I will say he has done well on that part.
Yes.
But let him spend such amount of money. So what you say to organize such a program. Now, all of a sudden, you know, over catch them say, Crawford gather where you know. And God, they are my no cry a day or two, no, issue a statement, say, ABR on the ground, so no more say, you know.
That fast stop, you know.
And son, I want to know how more my baby do where you know, and our baby is. Then you see, Ghanaians have started seeing, say, we are no more in the democracy we used to be in.
Dabi.
So what you say? And sometimes you know moka NDC near the other, or they compare, you could see clearly the difference.
Yes.
So you know, some time back, journalists na TV so canning some or pay the attempts to open near the other. Of late, even the former the first lady kura obi kana asema and no instead say ebia a civil suit because nipa na dey
criminal case.
Exactly. Ni adane in criminal case. Ni akwatete dan ho baabi. Ye hu say journalist na free the office and say na dwuma masi forma ni amo na hye ka mu abola pop asif say wa kokum nipa na wa twetro di akobọ kro no bi ehu enwa. So this is the kind of amomu a na kufu ado de ade. Ode say
Ghana.
Yes. And I say from day one, yes, sir, or be obiara no atum in that and who ashe Ghana for me. So if you remember, I said the last time I make catch I said Ghana is now becoming a banana state. You don't even have the right to speak your mind any longer. If you Ghana ni now say we can't adwene kra na ye fa kwan bi so ayede a suppress so oppressors rule no and as see na akufo ado de ade e de akwa akowuro. The way back now, Sami Jafimu catching Ghana for say, no, this man is trying to be a tyrant. The book at Niger style of ruling, no, and will be no other. Oh, yeah, no. So what I say. The only thing I say, because Yatu Aba, what could Nipan watching? One timia and console or more family. But you are there thinking, say, especially you congratulate you, your political opponent, and congratulate you, say, why we near. Meanwhile, 2012, who catch said the court rule because of say court in a can near the identity, but with their own congratulate Obiani at the other. So they intend their open congratulations.
Now, minimum idea or pediape because we are banum de alcohol term of office we are.
No, only be a catch Ghana for. So you only want to say something. I don't know. And I think say people keep referring to Nana Akufo-Addo say or dementia no. And I say we do certain age bia. I say ya na o think backwards kakra. We dey cry a few ho. Because when same be how we can and how we can, the next minute you know say dey or say cast and foforo. So it clearly tells you say adwene na want to and see I don't know Emma Nkrofo bi e ka kire and say he's a lame duck no on tiase. What you say? Because normal be a air course will be any say he is not on top of issues.
Yes.
When him the air course. What you say? Because if you are people doubting say that not do we know name some of the kind any they are doing no. Now no your president now if all these things are air course. Let's put it in this perspective. Now you change the coin and say NDC and the opus a bam. And as I be say the air course and Kadia Sem and another baby catch the Ghana. What you say? Kasa Binka Ujina and radio station to radio station. Kasa bebre. But on any pencil, the worst things are happening. So what you say? And this time, people will do all these things and nothing will happen. Even if you think say ABB say yeah, at least provide the security to guide them. No more say security presence in heavy. As simple as that. No more program no more day. No more come baby. So because
also believe we say president a lame duck.
Oh, of course. Now where they say public knowledge because for this on mine to auto parrot nache.
You can put your speaker.
I expect the majority who have a limping majority leader. Limping because when you look at his back, you are less than those in front of you. You have a lame duck president. A lame duck because you have elected a flag bearer. And loyalty and commitments are shifting. So
all right, inti speaker asema or the president was the president a lame duck and your limping majority leader. These are some of the things that Chimi Sabunsu and the president the speaker anyway, I was for a program here 1 hour with Munufie and looking at my watch and I think say you're crossing 1 hour and there you basi wa ha. Now nyame adom watching we come back full force and we discuss our normal politics here. But dear, why we seek to do is say my Bigscout and not Prempeh that Bogana or say Germany or say on the obey Germany body one Germany based on Kwasi Assembly or Kakakai. That is why we decided to respond to him. It is a way to be a one tiasama sa akwana kaya me pacho mama yenko ni nkuti ansana yade a program na abawi.
Ayana airport from 70% with Germany.
Minya enkane no na ye na ye wo Germany no yitimi fa Lufthansa straight from Germany to Ghana.
Okay.
But esan aban bia obaye ye mahama aban me boni din aban bia obaye ene no ma bia kokoko suntino Lufthansa for your margin say omon fly from Germany to Ghana biem.
Okay.
Mesre aban fufuru bi obeba baomia nim se wona obey the next president baomia e be break 8 no baomia
Inti me sure say crachi okasa me sure say Frederick was assembly o kan o si we didn't etofin. I say Frederick was assembly o ta kan o si didn't etofin na ya odi. Why you know or mute no.
I will say why
I was saying etofin na ya omodi.
What do you etofin?
Di we etofin. All right. Inti me sure say crachi na be say na we di we etofin.
It is 2 million the no kikan Kwasi Assembly.
Inti asa adwene ni sheda nya adwene because everybody na ka always expect say adwene ni body ni be the same thing but if you look at him no as a body need to change adwene no.
Body ni so ana adwene ni so.
Adwene ni so me da say.
On the yana page no ye wo toys bi ayehwe.
Yeah.
Ubo unze ne soro nyina ye kakraka na. Na ye kitikiti no me ro bisa di na e de masa ayi.
We do. And I say
comment akwa no wo ho. Ubo unze ne soro na ye kese pa na ni na ye nkitikiti na ye wodi bi e fere za why.
We dey na. What the next say na adwene ye kitikiti.
Adwene ye kitikiti.
All right, Germany for over Germany amuntu ne for. Mon chere ne say baby e do wi ate no. Adwene ne ye adwuma ye mfa body.
Ye nyina Germany fa shrap modua.
Dabi nyansa na you see. Enti ya for na ye de beti ha wa wonti man join na bia no so no me sure so chena beti me ba. Sa so na mama join na ye de me da wase. Mama ya bo adwuma no Millicent. Mama ya bo adwuma nti nyame ya dom a ochena ye beto so. Me da obi bia se. Bye bye.